And then we have Sefki getting into it with her mother, and the mother's all, I'm not going to come to this wedding, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Layla is also now angry with Muko. And they now discover that Muko has really hurt Zaman and them all with her actions.
Mm. Yeah, that scene doesn't end well. Muko, Muko storms out in a huge rage. And then there's this throwaway line from Sergei that you might have more light on, when she says, I'll get that sealing order revoked. Now, is that to do what Muko reveals later on about the real father? Or what is that to do with?
That's a good question. Because the question is, why did Muko not ever share the information before? And I think it does prompt her to, because she's now challenged on all levels, and it doesn't matter anymore because she can't hide it anymore either. But her choice of timing is a little bit unfortunate. But before I go right there, I want to talk about this forgiveness. I struggled with inner constellations when I learned that you don't use I forgive you in a constellation. And I had a real struggle because everybody just says it. And I love the way it is clarified here. We call it accepting, finding peace in a situation. The I forgive you makes me, I've got the power to forgive you. So it has this unbalance.
There's a rank.
Exactly. And the balance then is I acknowledge, I accept my part and I leave you with your part. But also it is bringing a situation into a line of peace rather than creating another inequality that needs to then be solved later. And the fact is, we can be angry with our parents. We can be angry with our forefathers. We can blame them for everything. But the fact is, we can't choose our family. So why should we care? But could we have empathy with their past pains? Because they had challenges too. And their challenges were big for them as much as our challenges are big for us. So it's just the challenges that change. But the fact is, from generation to generation, we will always have challenges. So we may enjoy them.
I love that you've put this emphasis on it. I think that empathy is definitely a better word. Compassion is probably another word. Compassion for my family tree, what they went through, and yet here I am. I made it through to this moment, but having compassion. Lots of time there's a kind of a holy anger. Let's call it a holy anger in system work, where people want to express their anger and so on. But even that, then when it comes to forgiveness, it comes with a certain rank. You know, you did wrong. I was the victim, you were the victor, and so on. But I think in Holland, there's a beautiful new direction now to combine the Course in Miracles with constellation work. That prompted me to just go and have a look. What is the Course in Miracles? What is the definition of forgiveness? And it's very interesting, if I may read it for a second.
Awesome.
Forgiveness, on the other hand, it says, is still and quietly does nothing. It offends no aspect of reality, nor seeks to twist it to appearance that it likes. It merely looks and waits and judges not. He who would not forgive must judge. So, for he must justify his failure to forgive. But he who would forgive himself must learn to welcome truth exactly as it is. And that's where you say the acceptance. So I think that's a nice, beautiful, rounded off kind of way to also say, accept what is and move on with your life, as opposed to having grudges and judgments about what everybody should have done and not have done.
And I want to sidestep here again, going back to my situation with my father. When we met, the first time he met, he asked me to write a letter about my life and to also forgive him for his part in not being present in my life. And I think having done this work, I had the wisdom to say to him, it's not my job to forgive you. I'm at peace with what is. And whatever you need to do to find peace within yourself, that is your job. And I fully believe that is why we had such beautiful time together. And where there was absolute honesty, there was this openness, this freedom to just be. For whatever reason, we came together at that time and we had beautiful time. So it's never too late. But I didn't take the higher ground and say, I need to forgive you. I didn't go there because honestly and truthfully, I had not an iota of anger because I had come to peace with what is. And that
Beautiful.
is when it comes together in a beautiful way. So the question is, do you want to carry your past on your back with all your anger? Or do you want to take it off your back and take what you need from inside the packet and carve a new path forward? And that is really where we started, is what do we want to do? We want to take care of our roots so that we can tend to them gently and leave all those things, all those angers, all those things that have built up over the years, just leave them and heal them and bring them into wholeness. And then we don't have to carry them forward.
There's this beautiful scene where Figo stands at the door of the restaurant and he locks it, puts the keys in. He locks the door, takes the keys out, and he hands it over to the person who owns the building. Very beautifully symbolic of this thing that we're just talking about. Closing the door on the past. Let the past be what it is, but not continuously trying to revive and revitalize the past. Just leave it as it is. And then as a result of that gesture, that decisive moment, closing the restaurant, the new opportunities then opens up afterwards.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of closings and beginnings in this whole episode, which is beautiful.